welcome to episode 2 of The Doc.
Episode 222. Beer.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, shit.
Oh, it didn't work. It didn't go off on that side. I was expecting that to be a lot louder because with these earplugs in, it's not very loud, but Nate showed me these the other day.
Where is it? Where'd it go?
Is it just like those fucking poppets?
Yeah, it's like
It's smoky.
Nope.
you have to hit the hard ground. I was aiming for
okay.
Oh, shit.
Let's see.
That one's just a
Like a
dud.
magician.
Something snapped right into my eye.
Sorry, bro.
Welcome to episode 2 of The Doc. It's complete chaos once again.
You
Didn't
have
go
to
off.
throw it hard.
No.
That's fine. I am one of your lovely hosts. My name is Fred Stewart, and with me on this other camera
Oh, me?
is Martin.
Yeah, Martine right here. Sorry, I'm a little far to the left.
Yeah.
Or stage right.
And then again, what's as always on our cameras? Running the cameras, running the show.
Me.
Char holes.
Chuck. Fucking Chuck. Chuck fucker. Back from the fucking Canada, eh?
Oh, heck yeah, bud. From the Great White North. But with us today, we have our first guest on the podcast. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Josh. Used to play in a band called World Without. I've been on Fred's other podcast once before. Shit talked BTK for like an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about BTK when it came on Haunts, Graves, and Omens.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. It was we just talked so much shit about him.
I don't really know too much about BTK, to be honest.
He was a serial killer.
So is this going to be your last episode of Hans Graves and Omens?
The most recent one?
Just going to talk about BTK forever?
That was
Yeah, basically.
Because you're dragging on, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, what were you saying, though?
No, it's fine. It's cool.
it's cool.
I really don't know much about him.
Hey, when's that episode of All My Friends and Dicks are coming out? Oh, wait! That's what I thought! Every Sunday, check out Haunts, Graves, and Omens. How about that?
Well, I didn't mean... I mean...
You
Haunts
know
Graves-
what you did! But, for real, it was a good episode, but enough about that. Hopefully, by now, our first episode is already out for the Doc Comedy Podcast, and you were able to see Marty get violently ill and get hurt.
Yeah, both those things happened, and they were both really shitty for me, but awesome for all of you. So.
It was really funny. Well, you just threw small grade explosives. at the beginning of the show.
Those are like, because I have seen those fucking pop-its you pop between your fingers or whatever, and throw, like, those are like, can scare you if you get a handful of them or whatever, but I never seen or knew that those other little like poppers existed. And fucking Nate scared the shit out of me the other day with him. Like, it's like, you should take these on the podcast. I was like, God damn, what was that?
It looked like a tiny firecracker.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really funny that you would that you like brought those in, because I remember when we were putting up all these soundproofings, and you were like, man, if someone catches on fire in here, it's probably fucked, huh?
Yeah.
And then of course the second thing you do on an episode, you're like, let's bring an explosive in.
Yeah, well, Nate was like, I was like, will those catch anything on fire? And he was like, eh. And I was like, good enough.
A lot of confidence in that answer.
Yeah.
Chief Safety Officer Nick said, it's all good, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, welcome to the Doc. It's a pleasure to have you here. And we don't really have any bits planned. Marty had that bit planned, but
Yeah, it's over with.
it's done. But
We should just retire now.
thank you so much for being a part of the Comedy Chaos Network. We're gonna be out of here, I guess.
Thanks for joining us here.
We're
today,
not
Josh.
launching a gaming show. We're not doing anything like that. It's fine. It's over. It's completely over. But if you were with a keen eye on our last episode, you can see we got a fun new little sign right here. Happy Hauntings. Because Senor Martin wanted to add a little flair from everybody's podcast.
Yeah, so they're slowly going to show up, and we'll have that, and then we'll have some dildos on the wall for all my friends are dicks.
Well, I was thinking maybe put some foreskin, just like staple of foreskin on the wall, just like directly onto the canvas of it.
Just make that entire curtain out of foreskins.
Yeah. Oh God, I just imagine like just like get to the first recorded like filmed episode of All My Friends Are Dicks, and it's like, welcome to All My Friends Are Dicks, and then it just cuts to a title card where it says like Troy's foreskin gets removed, and then just like it's just you and Charles pinning him to a wall and stapling his fucking dick to the wall.
With that title, I just imagine like the Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna use one of the gas power or the fucking air powered ones too, so it's super loud. Just like directly onto the wall.
Troy would probably be like,
Going.
Yeah, he'd be all over it.
Well, Troy doesn't have foreskin.
Yeah,
I don't have foreskin, but Marty and Drew have foreskin.
Well, I mean,
Marty could make up that whole curtain over there.
Yeah, actually, this is actually partially made out of Marty's foreskin. Let people know.
It's the wrong color.
No, it's not. No, it's actually supposed to be the same color. You just didn't.
it's just like
we
because
just didn't wash it on the inside.
it's
got
like
mold.
it's like a snake. Like I
Black
shed
mold.
foreskin every like couple months, and then I made that whole curtain out of it.
Jesus Christ. But hey, enough about Troy's foreskin. Charles, how was Canada?
Dude, Canada was dope. It's fucking great. I love going up there. It's like
What'd you do in Canada?
went and saw the band Anthrax and Black Label Society.
Got a snazzy new hat when you were there?
Fucking A. I got a dope ass new hat. I got stopped at the border on my way up. I got pulled
On your
out.
way up there, going into Canada.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Yeah, no, we were going through. Sandra was driving. I always have her drive through the border because it's fucking scary. And they like were asking us all kinds of questions, which is pretty typical, but they're like, all right, we need you to pull over to this other side or whatever.
Did you have any drug paraphernalia on you?
Well, that's what they said. They said they smelled weed, but
Yeah.
we didn't have any weed on us.
Were you in your car or Sandra's car?
We were in Sandra's
Oh, I
car.
was gonna say, well, if it's your car, that's a given because it just smells like weed.
No. Well, she like trims weed, and so before we like vacuumed it all out, but they fucking proceeded to search us, and
Did you guys have weed on you?
no. I mean, it's like you can get fire weed there. Like we're going to go see Leanne and Garnett, and they always have fucking dope drugs. Canada has dope drugs.
Dope drugs.
But what I will say, if you can go to a fucking like metal show or like a fucking punk show in Canada, like go. Because like, I don't know, like here in the States, it's like fun, but just imagine being in Canada and like everyone's fucking hammered. Like they're like hockey players, but they're like fun. So they're just like, oh fucking Anthrax, and they're like fucking stoked. It was the shit. Like,
Oh fuck yeah, bud! You know the Canucks have had a season this year, but let's go two-step out there.
yeah, but I the Vancouver Canucks, I fucking hate. I fucking hate the Canucks.
Hey,
I think we talked about that on the last
yeah,
episode.
We did. Yeah, Krakens for life.
Yeah, Kraken or the Knights.
Yeah, listen, it's either Krakens or Kings for me, man.
I like the Kings too. I
Yeah.
can't bag on the Kings, and
No.
I like the Coyotes, even though they're like a pro amateur team.
Yeah.
So nothing came out of you being searched at the border? Like, how did it end?
I mean, we were just there. They like went through our shit, and then they pulled us apart and were asking us questions, and they were like interrogating us pretty much.
Well, did you try to kiss the inspection officer?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
that was a mistake. You should have. That's common courtesy. It's a thing you're supposed to do. When they pull you away, you go,
Yeah.
"Oh, big strong man, pull me away," and you go.
Well, it was the Canadian border we were talking to, so like
You
they
should
were.
have just turned on that Charlie Charm and just farted a couple times. And they
They'd
would
be
just
like, "Oh, you can come in
you
now,
are
buddy."
Canadian. I believe you."
Do a fun little jig, and you're like, "Oh, yeah." And they're like, "Ah, you're fun. Get back out there."
Yeah, but no.
you sure you're American?
Once you're American.
Once we once they realized we were going up there to spend money, they were pretty into letting us in, spend them American dollars up in
So
Canada.
you can't have drugs, but you can have a bunch of money.
Well, yeah, I mean, not a bunch of money, but like that's like the border officer, like he said, because I mean, he was a Canadian for sure. He was like,
What did he sound like?
he was like, He's like, well, you know what we're looking for up here, right? Like, you know what we're looking for here at the border, right? And I'm like, drugs? He's like, drugs, people.
People. I don't know
He got
why,
you
but
there.
Large sums of money and firearms.
when I think of like the border, like going, because I always think of like the Mexican border because we're from New Mexico,
Yeah.
but like that shit's like scary to me. You know, they're fucking carrying rifles, whatever. You know, like you go to jail there, you're fucked. You know, I don't know
Yeah.
about Canadian. Whatever
Well,
the fuck.
I
but
don't think
Canadian jail sounds awesome to me.
I think with me or with us, I mean, the worst they were gonna do was deny us access, but we really didn't have anything. So like they like searched, and then Sandra was like, "Well, I have like weed in my shit, or like I trim weed, and it might still smell because they fucking tear your car apart." Like, like
Did they bring the dogs out?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of those things. Like we were there for an hour. We missed the first band, Exodus, who was opening the show.
Once you get to the border, how long is it to
Vancouver?
like an hour?
Fuck. I mean, depending on traffic, it would be like driving to like Wilsonville
From Portland?
from Vancouver. Yeah, so like from the Washington American border to Vancouver is like maybe 30 miles or
so
15 kilometers or whatever.
you know,
Because it's kilometers and shit.
about
yeah.
1,400 hockey sticks to get there. You know,
Yeah.
whatever it takes. You know, that's the thing we're looking for here at the Canadian border. It's a couple things. We're looking for people, drugs, guns. You know, Canucks gear. You know, any NHL gear would do. Honestly, you know, just kind of whatever. Some poutine recipes.
I had some
And then just the occasional moose that comes through.
yeah.
You gotta watch those fuckers. They're sketchy.
Yeah.
Sir, do you have an unlicensed moose in your car? No.
And you're
Car sinking
fucking
down in the
bolt.
back, dragging across the border.
We do have a bear, though.
Yeah, that was me. They were like, "Oh, this ain't Russia, bud."
There's a fucking grizzly bear in the car.
I bet you they have. I don't know. It's weird because you go all the way through Washington, and then right at the end, it's like you just cross into Canada, and then you drive. Like if there's no traffic, it's maybe to like Leanne and Garnett's house, which is like pretty much downtown Vancouver. Like it's maybe a 20-minute drive. I think it took a little longer rolling out because it was like shitty traffic,
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, it's cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's
So-
badass.
Enough of Charles, because he's not even supposed to be on this fucking podcast.
I know.
So nobody cares about you here. This isn't All My Friends Are Dicks.
I bet you on this podcast I become like the favorite. I'm like the fucking the arugaloid of this
Well,
podcast.
That day that happens, we're getting a new cameraman, and he won't be able to speak English.
All right. Well, say goodbye to your ratings or whatever they do in podcasts.
I propose that we just get a dude from like, I don't know, like Micronesia or like just somewhere. I don't know. Maybe we go in like Serbia.
Yeah,
We just grab someone. They're like, want to come to America? And they're like,
You should have Eric Anarchy do it. I mean, I think the camera angles would be sick.
Then he would definitely steal the show.
Who's masturbating dog shit? Masturbating dog shit. Yeah, it's fantastic. But yeah, man, that's badass. I'm glad you had a fantastic time.
Yeah, we should all get our passies and go.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking down. I'm down to go see Vancouver.
Well,
He was actually talking about he met like a promoter that wants us to come up there, play a show or something.
yeah.
And so when we do that, you should definitely roll out.
Yeah,
It goes deep. It was a very it was very fun, but it was also lucrative. Just cause like I don't know. Last time I went, I'll let you guys continue. But last time I went, it was still kind of like COVID times.
Mhm.
Well, I mean like whatever. But it was like
The COVID
It was
times.
still like real COVID times.
Mhm.
Like where now it was like we were just at a fucking rock concert. Everyone's partying. And just me, dude. People in I will say like. It's like kind of a stereotype that people in Canada are friendly, but fuck, man. They are fucking friendly.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I made so
stereotypes
many
are
friends.
stereotypes for a reason.
That's
you know
a
what I'm saying?
great stereotype.
that they're friendly. That's
Super-
that's the best kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Like, everywhere we would go, we'd make friends. Fucking, I don't know. We went and chilled at this Leanne and Garnett have this friend, and we fucking went to her house or her apartment. She lives like on the 18th
Is it
story.
an apartment or a flat? What do
No,
they
it was
call
an apartment. It was it was on the 18th floor, and
my
it had
God.
a whole view of Vancouver. It's like a fucking $1 million Scarface apartment. Dude, it was the most ballin' shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I've never been in a more baller like crib than that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That town's like money. It's like made of money.
Yeah.
It's like it's like San Francisco and Seattle and like Portland.
But
Kinda
without all the heroin
Oh,
and shit on the streets.
no.
that's the Portland part of it.
No, but that's yes. Like, there's a neighborhood and it's right by Leanne and Garnett's, and it is fucking hood, bro. It's like it makes like I don't know. I would say it's like Little Portland, but like I've never seen more blatant hard drug use. Just out in the open, like straight up people fucking with needles in their arms, smoking crack, like on the street, like on these couple blocks in Vancouver, Hastings Street. Yeah, there's people fucking tying off, smoking crack. It's kind of surreal. Like,
Man.
I almost tipped some dude a loony to smoke crack because I wanted to be like, just be like, I've never really had the opportunity where I bet you I throw him a fucking loony, which is a $1, maybe a toonie, which is a $2.
Yeah, I know. Their currency is cartoons. I know. I understand.
Looney and a toonie?
Yeah.
Like, actually?
No, for real. They're cartoon people. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, a loony
I
is
mean, that's slang for right, or is it really literally?
well, a one is a loony, and it's a coin, and then a toonie is
good
a
audio.
2.
Sorry, we're in an earthquake with Marty. Go ahead, Marty. Go ahead and hook up your thing.
It's good. It won't fit. I already tried. Continue.
Jesus.
I love how uncultured we are as one of us goes to Canada and all of a sudden we fucking just know a different country.
Yeah, I have actually one of the namesakes of Haunts, Graves, and Omens. It originally started on Twitch back in the day. It was me, I the Haunted. I one of my Twitch mods, Perfect Grave, and then my buddy Hunter. His last name's Omen, so we did Haunts, Graves, and Omens. That's how we got the name. And that's how we launched the podcast originally on Twitch. And Grave, she's actually from Calgary, and she's like, "Yeah, come to Calgary, and we'll fucking come hang out and all that shit." And but we had a podcast a while ago where it was me, Grave, and my buddy Sally, who's from I can't remember which country, one of the countries in the Middle East. But they're all making fun of like America. They were like, "Oh, American fucking would take your guns or whatever, blah, blah." And I was like, "Fuck you, Canada. You're fucking cartoon currency. It's bullshit. That doesn't. Oh, get my fucking loonies and toonies and go buy some poutine. Go fuck yourself, bud.
Go get some fucking Timmy's.
Yeah, go get some fucking Timmy's and give it a fucking twist. You know, how about that?
You know what Timmy's is?
Yeah.
No.
You know what Timmy's is?
Timmy's fucking
don't
Tim Hortons,
Yeah,
bud.
Tim Hortons, man. Go out there and get some fucking Tim Hortons.
You need to get your
I don't
fucking
even know what that is.
get your fucking passport, Marty. Quit fucking off.
Yeah, I've never been anywhere cool.
Dude,
Same.
$130, dude.
Well, I plan on doing it now.
Do it like this month so we
I'm
can
going
go in
to,
the
yeah,
summer.
yeah.
Like literally like Leanne and Garnett. They're the buddies and they got a fucking place where we can all crash. They said like if we all wanted to go out there, they would be cool with it.
Twite. I'm down.
Go visit Canada, you know?
Yeah, and our friends. Like if you met Leanne and Garnett, you would fucking love them. They're so fucking cool. They're so fucking sweet. We should one of these episodes of this show or My Friends Are Dicks. We should have fucking. Like we should call them in or like.
Yeah, that's actually a thing we're able to do. I got a whole setup. We can actually do that. We can actually do that really simply.
Yeah.
Video chat.
Shit. Maybe on Saturday. Let's do that for All My Friends Are Dicks.
Yeah.
Call in the gun.
Yeah, dude, that'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll set it up. But yeah, man, that's fucking baller. Glad Canada was tight. Fucking A, you know. Josh, how are you, man?
I'm good.
Yeah. Any new music or anything coming out?
No, like probably gonna do some vocal covers or something, but nothing really rolling yet.
Yeah. What's your TikTok again?
Screams the Josh.
Screams the Josh, and that's the same for
Screams the
your
Josh.
Instagram, right?
Same for Instagram. I don't really get on Twitter, but yeah, at least Instagram, TikTok, Screams the Josh. YouTube, but I don't really post there super often. But
So you don't currently have any like projects with any bands or anything?
kind of loosely working with a couple people, but that's been kind of a slow build. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
You were talking about Twitter, and it reminded me. I made this. I made this fucking. This Twitter like forever ago. Let's see if I can find it. Oh man, it was like real animal facts or something like that. I'm about to find it. You guys continue. I'm gonna look for it. It's really good.
Yeah. So, were you in any bands in the area like
Before,
recently?
I was in a world without until I think we broke up almost exactly a year ago. I think it might have been like February
Was it like
2022.
COVID struggles or?
Our guitar player moved to Denver, and then like we'd been a band for a long time, and like I felt like things just kind of met the end of their path, like fizzled out a little. So
Yeah.
time for new things.
It was called World Without.
World Without. Yeah, we played with Fred's band way back when.
Yeah, there was actually a time that one of my fondest memories of playing with the World Without. We it was Turn of the Grave, World Without on the same bill, and you guys were doing your ghost setup. You guys were in all black, and we throw like fucking flour on
I
you.
think we literally did like cooking flour.
Yeah, it was like cooking flour, and I hadn't put any blood on yet because we had to cover ourselves in blood. So me and Josh are just standing next to his van, and I'm throwing flour on him, and then we get done, and then he starts throwing blood on me. And I was like, everybody like drives by right now, they'd be so fucking confused.
This is the weirdest orgy ever.
It's all foreplay, baby.
Is that that must have been the analog, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But I found the tweets that we made. It was me and my buddy. We made this thing called Zoology Facts, where we were just a bit that evolved into a fucking Twitter thread, and we posted 70 tweets in a matter of like a couple days, just because we were just flying off the fucking handle. But it started off with like male dolphins can't own or operate an AK-47. That's a real zoology fact, real animal fact.
I believe it.
I think that one's true.
Yeah. Koala cum is the main ingredients in curing polio. #vibe check. Breaking news, local wildlife rehabilitator Chip Johnson caught stealing adolescent raccoons' cigarettes. Absolutely disgusting. It's a live tweet. Snails don't have tits. Snails hate God. Camel spiders aren't real camels. But they definitely get more and more like out of control.
More unhinged.
I just have one that just says Air Bud was a fucking Nazi.
That reminds me of like that movie Strange Wilderness, where he's like, bears kill over 2,000 salmon a year, but attacks from salmon on bear are far more rare. That one's got to be true. We'll roll with that one.
Yeah. It's like the same thing of that classic meme video where it's like, buses are a safe and reliable means of transportation. Then it gets all dark. It's like, but what you don't know is that 83% all buses are registered sex offenders. But yeah, it definitely gets more and more out of control. Toads actively support the Taliban. Man, some of these are fucking out of control. Woolly man, this isn't. This, I'm reading this word for word. Woolly mammoths went out of service because they fucked each other to death. #One Direction. Out of service? Yeah. Some of these are fucking great. My favorite two tweets in the world though is they're back to back. They're probably about maybe 30 seconds apart. It goes, "What the fuck are those fat beaver things called?" And then it goes, "Oh shit, a marmot." Yeah, I always forget about this. Otters make tools with rocks, mostly shivs. That's a fact. Breaking news: praying mantis are not praying for God. Then who are they praying to?
Satan. Everybody knows
Satan. I'm gonna put like a
Zorak.
I'm gonna go put a fun little fire thing there. I'm gonna go Satan. It's gonna pop up and be Satan. It's gonna do that in post. I might not do it. We'll see.
Satan's tight.
This is a really good one. Cows say moo, chickens say cluck, pigs say get on the ground and don't move.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, that's a fucking
Classic.
It's classic. Yeah, it's you guys. If you zoology facts, go find it. They're out there. They're unhinged. Birds fly by hatred alone. Man, some of these are fucking.
Well, birds aren't real.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're government spy drones. We know that. Everybody knows that, right?
Yes.
I never heard.
Marty. Jesus.
Do you think birds are real?
I eat them.
Are you sure that's a bird?
Yeah, I've eaten a bird that I've seen killed.
Are you sure it's the same bird?
Yeah.
Are you sure? It didn't leave your sight at all?
Maybe. But I don't think my like aunt and uncle and grandparents would be switching out government unless the shit goes far back.
It goes far back, man.
Like we're dinosaurs?
I mean,
birds? Like
Yes. A
Okay.
velociraptor is a giant turkey.
well, yeah. Yeah, that's actually a really common fact.
God, haven't you seen
but
Jurassic Park?
I mean, yeah, birds aren't real. They're part of. So when Eisenhower did his treaty with the Greys, it's getting hot Greys. I don't want to talk. When he started doing the treaty with the Greys for them to abduct about 5,000 people a year, look it up. They they made a treaty where they're gonna replace all birds on the planet with spy drones.
mm-hmm.
To just watch over people. It's like a Big Brother. You ever heard Big Brother? You ever heard that term? Yeah, you know. Yeah, man. Fucking pay attention.
Magazine.
Pay attention. Is it magazine? Read a book.
All the real birds flew off the edge of the earth.
Well, they didn't technically fly off the edge. What happened was the tractor beam has pulled them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pull them off the edge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right off of flat earth.
Yeah. Yeah. And one day it'll shift. Yeah, the Earth's not flat, nor is it round. A lot of people don't know that. Mm-hmm. And if you cut to Marty, you can actually see what shape it is.
What shape what is?
You're the shape of the earth, Marty.
yeah.
No. It's the shape in between Josh and Marty. That's the shape. I'm not Marty.
Perfect.
The other guy.
Perfect.
You see that shape right there? That's it.
Perfect.
I'm gonna put the star in David.
Oh, jeez. We might have to cut that one.
Nah, he's 3.4% Jewish.
Yeah, bro.
He's
I'm
allowed.
legit.
Yeah. Also, you said you're 0.5% Arabian.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what it popped up the other day because like I get random notifications on my phone because I did the ancestry shit, and it'll be like new ancestry report, and it's like I go on and every once in a while, and then it told me like 0.5% Arab. It doesn't say Arabian. It just says Arab.
okay.
And then it says 0.5% Egyptian.
Uh-huh.
So
I think you mean Arab,
Arab.
not Arab.
It's a little
Arab.
little too red for me. If you know what I mean?
I don't know. I got all my facts from George Bush. So.
Mission accomplished. Dude, I went on a fucking tangent the other day and I was reading off George Bush quotes just because they're some of the funniest things I've ever read in my entire life. Where he's like, the enemy never stops evolving, and neither do we. The enemy never stops thinking about ways to harm the American life, and neither do we. And I was like, what? Yeah. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. We can't fool me twice because I've already been fooled before. I was like, bro. Fucking God bless. Wave my little flag.
What a great president.
Yeah. Would you have him back? Would you have George Bush on the podcast?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So would I. Do you think we could? Do you think if we had George Bush on the podcast, we can get him to say something fucked up?
Oh, we wouldn't even have to like provoke him.
Just do it anyway.
yeah. We wouldn't probably be able to air the episode.
Just this room would be so fucking crowded. There'd be like 5 Secret Service members in here.
Well, it would be like he would come in and then something bad would happen, and then some like Secret Service dude would whisper in his ear.
Mr. President, they're all out of blizzards. And
He would just be like,
Can I get you like a dipped cone or something? There's no blizzards available, sir. He's just like, not again.
yeah. Well, he called Portland Little Beirut. That was his thing. He came here back in the day and was like, I think this is Little Beirut.
Oh my God, Mr. President, are you here? Guys, you get patched in. Oh my God, Mr. President, we have so many questions. Josh is a big fan.
Totally.
I mean, like, what's your favorite thing to bring to a party, Mr. President?
My favorite thing to bring to a party is, well, I bring Senator Dick Cheney. I always want to have a shootout. It'll be fun.
My favorite thing to bring to a party is Senator Dick Cheney. You want to go hunt with me and I'll maybe not shoot you? I still can't believe that happened. That's still like an insane. Like, I feel like that's definitely forgotten. There's been way worse shit that's happened since then.
Yeah.
But it's still like wild that the vice president was like fucking shot a dude with a shotgun, and he's like, "Sorry, bud. I'm sorry about that." I don't know if the last time you guys heard Dick Cheney talk, but he sounds like Beetlejuice. Swear to God.
No, I haven't heard him talk.
Mr. President, we need to invade, Middle East.
That's why you don't say Dick 3 times. Or I'll come and shoot you.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney, Dick Cheney, Dick Cheney.
And he just pops him in the bathroom.
He's like the candy
I
man.
never even saw it coming.
Candy man. He's like the candy man. He's fucking. Oh shit! Yeah, that'd be terrifying.
I would rather have the candy man after me, to be honest.
I bet you would. I mean, look at you.
Yeah, I'm drinking beer.
Look how you're shaped. Let's get a shot on that. Look how you're shaped. Of course, you want the candy man,
Yeah.
but you want the fucking garlic butter man.
He's starting to look a little
Otherwise-
earthy.
Other than me, I'm a fucking tank. Look at this fucking canvas, bro.
Look at that otter.
Dude, fucking built like a fucking brick house that was built by the blind. It's fine. I'm not crying. You're crying. It's fine. But yeah, Josh. Do you have any crazy drinking stories? I mean, I can tell, not really a crazy drinking story, but a fun drinking story when you came over last time. Not last time, the time before.
When I blacked out?
Yeah, when you blacked out.
I feel like that's most of my crazy drinking stories is I drink and then my night just goes away after that.
So you just hear about it the next day?
I just hear about it from other people the next day and I'm like, oh, I did that. Okay.
Yeah. Josh had come over. We had a big Halloween party at the house, and Josh had come over, and he's wearing like corpse paint, and like it was like this Grim Reaper-esque character.
And I didn't eat like all day for some reason.
Yeah.
And I get there with a bottle of Crown, and his friend Vaughn's just like, shots? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah. And so they immediately start drinking, and he just goes, "Hey, I need you to. I brought pizzas. Can you make those pizzas?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll make those pizzas in like 15 minutes, man. Like, I'm waiting for people to kind of like build up the appetite, but I'll make them here."
15 minutes later, I already blacked out,
Dude.
and I guess they walked me to his couch.
Yeah. I guess I didn't. I was doing. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing.
You weren't making the fucking pizzas.
Well, they were in the oven. But yeah, Taylor, my lovely co-host, she had made cupcakes, and she was like, "Cupcakes, Josh?" And he goes, "Oh, can I have one?" And she's like, "Yeah." And okay. And she's like, "You can have all of them. I don't give a fuck." Like, that's what they're there for. You know, fuck that. You'd be like, "I made cupcakes." Like, okay, like, no,
Not for you.
Get the fuck away from. Get the fuck away.
Everyone but you.
Yeah, it was really funny because I made that pizza and I was like, "Where the fuck's Josh?" So I walk into the living room and he's just on the couch with a rag, just like over his face, and I was like, yeah, he's done. He's not leaving that spot.
In a matter of 15 minutes.
Apparently,
It
like
was-
I
That's
think we
pretty
did
awesome.
like, I don't remember how many shots we did because obviously I blacked out. But again, I didn't eat all day, and I think last I remember the count was at like, I don't know, 6 or 7, and I think we kept going after that. So
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a thing. That's a thing you'll learn with Vaughn when you drink with Vaughn, which will happen very soon, I assume. When me and Vaughn get together in a party situation, it's fucking. It's like the end of the world. It's like the asteroid's coming. The fucking birds have revealed themselves to what they are. you know, Dick Cheney's in every bathroom
with a shotgun.
Yeah, with a shotgun in every American household, just fucking ready. He's like, I'm ready to start shooting. And the fucking the walls are coming up on the sides of the earth. You know, the dome is being put in place. You know, it's happening. The salmon are attacking bears and shit, and that's what happened. I mean, it's game over because it goes like I remember it was I think it was not Vaughn's last birthday, but the one before. We did we did this whole little jaunt. There's a section of bars I'd like to go to, and I'll give them some shout outs. It's Loyal Legion. We go to Voice Box Karaoke, which is you've been there.
Creepies and Star Bar.
Yeah, Creepies and Star Bar.
Star
All fantastic.
Bar.
Star Bar is
Star
fantastic.
Bar.
Where's that at? Star Bar?
It's like inner southeast.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's by where the Canadians used to live.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that area.
Yeah, so it's like it's nice food, karaoke, creepy bar, and then a punk bar. It's the fucking holy quad, which is not holy trinity. It's all these boys. You know,
Twinity?
Did you ever drink at the fucking what's that place? The Hungry Tiger? No, it's kind of near there. That's one of my favorite bars in that hood. But
Yeah.
as you were.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so we started the night off. We get some cocktails, get some drinks, get our food, and I bought Vaughn a giant bottle of gin for his birthday, and because he loves gin. And as we're walking to the next bar, we're going to karaoke. He goes, "Oh, let's take some shots." Oh, okay, so we go out and we hit a DD. So we fucking took some shots, went in, drank more at the karaoke bar, left, go to the next bar. Oh, it takes more shots. We took a couple more shots. And then that just kept happening as we were leaving bars. And the last thing I remember was walking out of Creepy's and being like, I'm way too fucking drunk. And then gone. Just fucking, the world fades into gray and it doesn't exist anymore. And that's what happens almost 99% of the time I drink with Vaughn.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, that's a good question.
For me, Miss Murder, AFI.
Nice.
Yeah, it depends, I guess. I might do some Panic at the Disco.
Rip.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
the whole Panic.
I'm glad they're broken up.
Yeah,
There's no they. That's just one guy at this point. Well, I mean,
well, now they're gone. Yeah.
now they're gone, but
Yeah.
up until that point, for the past 15 years.
Yeah, it was like that.
fucking Brandon Urie. He was like, "All right, guys, we need to break up," and was just staring at a wall. And they're
No, it's a mirror.
yeah.
What if their last show was like a disco show? And like everybody comes to it because it's Panic at the Disco's last show, and then they all just pull out guns and like, we fucking got you, Bow, 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 bow. Just start mowing people down, like, and everybody's just in a panic, and it's just, and that was their lifelong dream, and it's
To
all
create
coming to
panic at the
fruition
disco.
right now. Yeah,
Is that funny to you, Marty?
I thought it was pretty funny.
Is mass violence funny to you?
I mean, we were talking about
Is
Dick Cheney
mass
and
violence
everybody's
funny?
household shooting
Is-
everybody a second ago.
Look at him. He's blushing. He's blushing.
I tried to press him, and it's not going to work. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know. I usually go with like a Panic at the Disco. I'll do like Death of a Bachelor, or I'll do if they have like any Date or Remember songs or things like that. I'll do that, or some My Chemical Romance. Kind of depends.
Which My Chem song?
I mean,
that shit's hard to sing.
yeah.
You must got some pipes.
Like Thank You for the Venom is up there. I'll do fucking I'm Not Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the more often than not, they have the
Helena.
Black Parade or Helena.
I
they
feel
have
like if
Famous
you're
Last
doing
Words.
I'm Not Okay, it doesn't matter how bad you sing. People will just love it because it's like, it's like the anthem of fucking...
Our
Yeah.
generation.
That's my favorite kind of karaoke song to choose.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you could just butcher it and no one cares.
And yeah,
Tenacious
and everybody
D,
will
that's
fucking
one
be
of my
like
go-tos for
going
that
with
reason.
you,
Yeah.
It's like singing Bohemian Rhapsody. Like
A whole
everybody will
room
just
singing
join
with
in.
you.
Marty,
Yeah.
what's yours?
I haven't done a ton of karaoke, but I like to do like System of a Down. I don't even know. Like I've done karaoke probably twice.
Really? I
Yeah.
feel like I've done it a ton.
Well, he used to. So at the old like, there's this bar right next to where we live. It's on Foster. It's called Dahui, and it's like a Hawaiian bar, and they actually have fucking bomb food, bro. It's really good.
Oh yeah, it's like the Patrick's Hawaiian Cafe. I don't know if that still exists in Vancouver, but that was my shit back in the day.
Hawaiian food in general is just fucking.
Yeah, I fucking love it. But I mean, they have excellent food, and they're also like a dive bar too.
Oh, cool.
And Charles used to go there all the time and sing fucking karaoke because they had karaoke night every Thursday, I think. And they knew him there as Redbone because that's Charles's go-to karaoke song is Redbone by Childish Gambino.
Oh shit.
Give us a lick there, Charlie.
My peanut butter chocolate cake with Kool-Aid.
Oh my god. I think I actually know what my actual karaoke song is. The one that I do the most is Popular Monster
By
by
who?
Falling Reverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it has scream parts in it.
Yeah, that's kind of like.
You do
Yeah.
Taking Back Sunday?
You know what's really funny is I do sing the Taking Back Sunday. I saw them live.
Yeah, so did we.
We
Yeah.
were at the same. We were. At
Oh
the
yeah. We're at the Mike and Groman show.
Yeah.
That was fucking garbage.
They
It
were
was terrible.
That was hot
terrible.
garbage.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, their records, like, they don't sound anything like they do on the record, but not in
No.
a good way.
I
like,
almost
in a
didn't
terrible
recognize
way.
them because it was so bad. I was like, this is like a bad Taking Back Sunday like cover band.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Because it was me, Taylor, and then like this lady that's sitting by herself. And so we're like, okay, you're gonna be part of our friend group. Like, you know, bring her in because it was just us, you know. So we're like, we're fucking whatever. Got beers and shit. We're fucking like bullshitting. And then they started playing. She's just like, why is he barefoot? I'm like, why is he fucking dancing like that?
Yeah, he was
Like,
dancing weird.
It was just like, what the fuck is happening, man?
He was like, oh, I don't know.
He was like this. Yeah. Listeners
Almost like he was doing some, like,
can't see it, but you can watch the YouTube.
Yeah.
Dancing like this.
And will you tell all your
and then he was doing
friends?
some like salsa shit.
Yeah.
Like, going like, you know, fucking.
My
it
mind
was
just
bad.
goes to like August Burns Red when they play. I feel like Jake kind of does like some of that same shit, but like it kind of works for them.
They're
Yeah.
so August Burns Red is so much better.
I mean,
yeah.
I've seen them like I don't know 6 times. They kill it every time.
Yeah.
I'm not shit talking ABR, but
Yeah. But what did you call the drummer of August Burns Red?
Matt Greiner.
Yeah, you call them was it?
Weapon of Mass Percussion?
Yeah, WMP. Yeah.
There's a few of those.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely one. Charlie Benante from Anthrax. Fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely weapon of mass percussion. For
yeah.
shizzle.
Yeah, Matt Greiner's fucking
Braun
amazing.
from Mastodon. Also a fucking weapon of mass. Maybe the most weapony of massy percussion. I don't know.
Weapon even mass percussion. Dick Cheney.
But yeah, I haven't seen August Burns Red since like 2012.
they're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
May,
They're going
I
to be with
think?
Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
Bleed
We
from
should go
Within,
to that
yeah.
show, Charlie.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen him
Probably
since Leveler came out.
I
Yeah.
got my ticket like 2 days ago, so I'm stoked.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Is that the Roseland?
Roseland, yep.
Noise.
Noise. Other than the cash only bullshit, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cash
I
only.
saw the first time I
Cash
saw
only.
August Burns
Weird.
Red was Warped Tour 2011,
Uh-huh.
and I got a Vans hat signed by all of them.
Yeah.
That was fucking tight. I also like Mice and Men, fucking Word Alive. It was a good year for Warped Tour for sure.
Yeah. I told you my
A Day
weird.
to Remember, I saw them there.
Oh man, that's fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
Now they're playing like insane shows.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're playing like borderline pop rock now.
Yeah, it's still good. It's still fun to listen to. But I told you my weird like fucking Warped Tour story, right? I was watching a band called For Today, who isn't around anymore. God rest him. I fucking love that band. One of the fucking hardest hitting Christian metal bands of all time. Disgusting live. Disgusting. And sitting there watching For Today, and this huge dude walks up to me, huge black dude walks up to me, and he's like standing next to me, and he's got this other huge dude next to him, and they're fucking huge, like they're tall. And I was looking at him, I was like, man, this guy looks really familiar. I was like, maybe like I know, I've seen him at a show, like I've talked to him before. And then he was like, oh, you like, like for today, and we're like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, I've been on the tour and been watching them, and like I watch them every day because they're fantastic. And I was like, oh, like what's your name? And he's like, Waka. And I was like, huh? And he goes, Waka Flocka Flame. And I was like, oh shit, what's up, bro?
It was that year.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's fucking crazy. And he's like, oh yeah, bro. And we just kind of BS. He's like, yeah, it's all like the ghosts inside. They fucking love those guys. And he was like talking about all the bands that he hangs out with. And he's like, I'm gonna go get in the pit. And he fucking ran and got in the pit and was fucking people up.
That's so tight.
He's massive.
Charles roadied Warped Tour for the entire tour in 2012.
Oh shit.
And so he was at like all the dates countrywide. And
Jealous of that.
Countrywide. Yeah.
Countrywide. He's got some cool stories for that, but he, I don't know, like there was a lot of good bands on that tour, huh?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every year. Like, I think if you look at the lineups, there was always like metalcore, but then there was always like a couple like old school punk bands. Like the year we were on was like Anti-Flag and Streetlight.
Yeah.
Taking Back Sunday was there.
They were probably good.
I think they were still good then.
Yeah.
And then
Oh yeah.
but then yeah, like metal bands, I don't know, fucking
G-Eazy?
G-Eazy was there.
G-Eazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fucking Machine Gun Kelly was there. He was
So
not very
good.
famous at the time.
That's what the tour where he learned that like bands wear comfortable shoes on stage, God forbid, and
Yeah.
he tweeted and shit talked everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and then all the Warped Tour bands started shitting on him and making fun of him for it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the dude from Counterparts, like after he saw that tweet, he filmed himself going in his closet, grabbing his Nikes, like aggressively going to his kitchen garbage and like slamming them down. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, good old Ma
I
Day
think it was only,
Parade
like-
was on there too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mayday Parade was there.
Ma
Yellow
Day
Wolf.
Parade.
Tons of
Or no, Yellow Card. Yellow
Yellow
Card.
Card was there.
was that the one that was like their like farewell tour or something like that?
I don't remember.
I remember one year I went to Warped Tour and like I stayed the whole time. The last two bands were Yellow Card and Attila.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Can remember it was 13 when Devil Wears Prada was there, and it was a fucking terror. It was so violent because it was the last set of the night.
I think we were there.
Like
that was the year we played there.
Well, to be fair, Devil Wears
Warped Tour?
Prada played Warped Tour
Yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah.
18 times or some shit.
Yeah.
That was when, that was the same
Because
year.
they finished with Devil Wears Prada and we went home.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
played that Portland show Warped Tour that year.
oh really?
Yeah,
The MFA?
no, we were actually doing hip hop then.
Oh shit!
And so we did hip hop at Warped Tour.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was
that out.
interesting.
I want yeah. I remember just being like, there was like literally like 3/4 of the people that were at Warped were at Devil Wears Prada, and I just remember they started playing one of the songs after the Zombie
Yeah.
EP.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where it's
And-
like, oh my God, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
No,
And I remember looking up and to the right, and there was a fucking like gallon water jug, and someone just threw it, and I watched it just beam someone directly in front of me, and so I was like, "This is gonna be bad." And then that's when all the fucking rest of everything else started coming.
Yeah.
Everything. And so there's like, I assume there was probably like, piss and cups, like there was
remember
like
that.
every like beer. There was just. I mean, fucking the monster cans just getting like
The
full,
free Monster
like
can-
full
Yeah, yeah.
monster cans opened, just getting launched, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out
So
of here.
that's cool that you were there because we played that and we were also in that crowd.
Oh my god.
Because I remember seeing Less Than Jake. I remember seeing.
So sorry, what year was this?
This was, I think, 14.
So was this still at the Washington County Fairgrounds, or is this
Expo Center.
This
Expo
was at
Center.
the
That was
Center.
at Expo Center.
The
yeah.
year I was roadieing was at the road. It was like the parking lot of the Moda Center.
that year was the worst location
Yeah.
they could
Oh,
have chosen
fuck
in
yeah.
all of Portland. Like,
That was the worst. That was the worst place of the entire tour. Like
they canceled every signing because it was like a fire hazard to have the lines blocking everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah, it was.
That was 2012.
And that was the last day of it too. So like we did the entire thing. You do like you go south, and then you head You do the whole West Coast. You go down like south, the whole East Coast, and then make your way back like to Seattle and Portland. And there was some really shitty fucking venues for that show, but the one in Portland
Took the cake.
it was well. Also, like there was nowhere to park the buses, so they're parking buses in downtown, and people are walking fucking like road
Across Burnside
cases
Bridge?
and shit across the fucking steel bridge.
Oh, the steel
and
bridge.
shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was fucked. It was fucked.
Were you lugging gear that day too?
So luckily, we were from Portland, so we
Oh,
knew
yeah,
some
yeah.
hacks on where to park and stuff. But other buses, you could tell they were just like, they were like parking like so. So the shows over like the Moda Center area, people were like parking their buses like in like the neighborhood that's like behind, like by the Lloyd Center and shit.
Oh my
That's
god.
Yeah,
That's a trek.
yeah,
Trick.
yeah.
Fuck that.
But
It was like the
Charles-
Fire Fest of Warped Tour.
I remember that year I got in and I think I walked in and after the burial was already on stage. So like first band, I get in there and they called a circle pit, like first, second song, whatever. And I, jump in the circle pit, get knocked over. It's, black pavement, that like really rough, patchy
yeah.
shit. So my whole leg was skinned up and it's like, cool. Starting
Yeah, yeah.
Warped Tour with my leg bleeding everywhere. Like,
Speaking of bleeding everywhere, Marty, you got some tattoos.
Oh yeah, I did.
looks
This one
a
I
little peely.
Yeah. I got it 4 days ago. I
Yeah.
think. So it's pretty fresh. The one that I want to show is going to be hard to show. You might have to go to the wide angle.
Just take your pants off.
Just fucking stand up,
Yeah.
bro.
Let me stand up. Hold on. Let's
Look.
Yeah.
see if we can get it in frame.
So the
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus, Marty.
there goes the audio.
Where's the fireworks? We need to start hitting this guy
I
when he's
know.
fucking up.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
But yeah, the one tattoo was the MFA, which is Charles and
See,
Martez.
Martin's band.
This high.
But
You kind of see it.
there it is. He got the fucking Doc logo tattooed on his fucking leg. He got the logo. It's a second episode.
logo right here.
It's literally that logo. He got that, the one that you see on every fucking intro, you see on the socials. He got that logo. It's a second episode.
You mean on the last episode? If they're freshly watching this episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. So I wanted to get it for the first episode just to be funny.
Yeah.
But the person who I was getting it from, because I got it from a good friend of mine.
Nay?
Yeah, from Danae, and she couldn't do it that weekend, so I waited. So the second episode is just as good.
She would probably give a tat on the pod.
Oh, she would.
I'll do it.
100%.
I'm full send. Let's go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll set up right in that fucking corner.
Yeah, you get a Hansgraven Omens tat on your arm while she's fucking. And we just do the pod while she's hammering away.
Yeah.
Fuck the arm, full send, get it on your forehead.
Yeah.
Get a GFL
Gee,
across your chest.
I'm not even gonna get the acronym. I'm just gonna get the full
Gas,
name.
food, lodging.
Yeah, gas, food, lodging. Yeah.
No, you would get gas, food, and lodging on your ass.
Yeah. Oh.
Because there's
It can act as all those things.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wait a second. What's gas, fod, lodging? And you're just like, oh, food.
Yeah, it's two assholes.
Evan, I'm such a big fan. Check out my tattoo.
They would just They would just be like this. He'd be like,
Yeah.
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 It's like sick. It's pretty cool, man. Yeah.
But I wanted to bring it back a little bit to when Charles was on Warped Tour because he's got a pretty fucking good story.
Oh,
Of,
that
like,
one?
Some wild shit that happened.
Dude, we
on
could do a
Warped Tour.
whole episode about fucking just Warped Tour.
Well,
I
you
think-
know the story I'm
I
talking
think
about in
Warped
general.
Tour, at least us talking, and like, if you're listening, you're probably around our age. And
You know,
Warped
40,
Tour
50.
yeah, 30, 40, 50. But if you're 30, 40, 50, I don't know. Like, Warped Tour was just like a fucking thing. Like, that was a big
was a
part of a
vibe.
lot of our summers.
Marty,
Yeah.
scoot over
I
this way.
fucking miss it.
Oh, yeah.
Supposedly they were supposed to bring it back, and then COVID fucked everything up.
Yeah. I know though, like it wasn't a money maker for sure. Like I know they lost money like every day at that fucking show.
Yeah, I mean, they were probably barely breaking over even.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you got to think that's like 80 fucking bands
for a
for a
$35
ticket,
Yeah.
which is these days nothing. You know?
Yeah.
But then you got to put in the factor of merch sales,
Yeah,
and
but
food sales,
So
beer
the
sales.
bands,
But also,
the bands were making their own money, so they were only really making money off of
Their own merch and shit.
merch. They weren't
But-
even getting a check from the Warped Tour.
But every year that was like summer school shopping for kids. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you go there, you're
Yeah.
gonna spend $200 on merch. like-
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but
I
it's
spent a
just
lot.
it's hella expensive to be on it though. It's,
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like, I think like probably if you're a band on a bus doing the entire Warped Tour, you're probably gonna spend
Close to
100,000
grand. Yeah.
100,000 just between.
Well, is that including like the cost of printing merch?
No.
No,
That's
shit.
The,
Okay.
That's the cost of fucking.
The cost of like renting the tour bus, the gas,
Yeah.
pissing in tour bunks.
Yeah. Pissing in.
Pissing in the bunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the story.
That's only
that,
like $1,000.
which is the story that I wanted Charles to tell. What happened to his crazy drinking night on Warped Tour?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's many of those, but this
But
one
that
was
one in particular,
more
go ahead.
infamous.
Go off, King.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we were in Florida. We're on the Warped Tour. I'm with the Chicharrones, and it was right in the middle of the tour. So we're talking probably 25 days in out of like a 40-day run. But we had got to Orlando, and it was just at like the Orlando Fairgrounds or whatever. So it's just a fucking field, but with like a swamp next to it. And so there's like alligators and shit because you're in Florida. So anyway,
Alligators in the pit.
Those are the fans.
yeah. But anyway, we fucking we did Warped Tour that day. And there was an after party that night, and the after party would run. So say you are going from like the date on the calendar, you're going from Portland to San Francisco overnight or something. So the after party's only gonna go till like 8:00 at night, and then
Yeah.
it's bus call and everyone leaves. The tour travels in like a convoy. Anyway, so this show was from Orlando to like Tampa, so it's like 2.5 hours of a drive. So the after party, the bus call was at like 4 a.m.
Oh my god.
So Warped Tour threw this fucking like massive fucking after party, and they had like bands playing and it's just for the people on the tour. It's not like other people, you know. So they throw this big ass party. They just have jungle juice in like giant fucking crate, like I don't know, in like a coffin almost. And
Sounds sick.
yeah. So anyway, so I'm drinking some of that. I'm only 20 at the time too, so I'm not supposed to be drinking. But what you could do is all the buses are parked like in a line. So it's like there's buses on this side, buses on this other side, and then there's just this no man's land. But everyone has like little like gazebos and shit set up, and they're like just drinking and hanging out and smoking weed. So you could just walk from like bus to bus and hang out outside and
Just relax. Continue with your story. Continue with the story.
damn it. So anyway, I get super drunk. I'm hanging out with this band called the Skinny Lister, and they're from England. They're like kind of Flogging Molly, fucking Dropkick Murphys ish.
Except more folky.
Yeah, more folky. Like, But anyway, they're from England, and they walk around all fucking day with this jug of rum called the flagon. And I seen them, and they're like, Charlie, come over here. And they're already shithoused. Everyone at that fucking place was shithoused. And anyway, I'm drinking with them, and I black out.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging out with them, and that's all last I remember, and it was like midnight. The next thing I know, I wake up to our friend Scotty, who's the guitarist of the Chicharrones, and he's in front of the bunk, and he's like, "Get up, you're in Rodney's bunk, dude." And I'm like, "No."
Who's Rodney?
Rodney is the tour manager for the Chicharrones at this time, and he had just joined the tour. Anyway, so
And wait, Rodney though is like he was one of the drummers for the Tennessee 3 for Johnny Cash, and so he's like he's like a well-known guy.
yeah,
And he's just like, I mean, I don't know him. I've heard his voice and heard stories, but he's like very Southern,
yeah,
and just like an old man at this point.
yeah.
But keep going.
Anyway, I'm like, "No," and they're like, Scotty's like, yeah, you're in Rodney's bunk, and you pissed yourself. And I'm like so drunk, and I'm like feeling my fucking pants, and I'm like, fuck. And then I thought for a second too, I'm like, oh, this isn't, because I had like my bag, like my duffel bag in my bunk.
And the bunks are like coffins almost.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So you're in like a bunk of a tour bus, and you're like, fuck. So anyway, I get up. I'm covered in piss. The driver's there, who we called the Cap, and he was like a Southern man too, but he was more like not as old, and he was like fit and shit. So he was like, Charlie, what the fuck? Anyway, so I go out. We're at a gas station in the middle of Florida. And I just take my fucking pants off, and all the Warped Tour's there fucking hanging out. And, like, not hanging out, but, like, getting out and pissing and going in and shit. There was this band. They were, like, an all-girl group, and they seen me, and they're, like, chuckling. I left my undies on, but I just threw those pants in the garbage. And so what they did is they got my bunk, exchanged the mattress, and put the piss bunk in mine. But I had broke that dude's sleep apnea machine too.
His CPAP.
His CPAP machine. So in the span of like an hour, I like fucked up.
Just
Charles
relax.
keeps giving you away, bro.
Just relax.
It's hard to when somebody's got a gun pointed at your head.
It's
We
not
got
a
a Dick Cheney
it's
over here.
not a gun.
So long story short is I got drunk. I've pissed all over the place. Woke up hungover, and cost my cousin Sleepy like $2,000 in cleaning costs, a CPAP machine, and probably just threw some extra money on there just because it was me. I'm always constantly disappointing him. So that's all I have to say about that.
That was just one of the crazy stories.
Yeah. I actually told that one on Warped Roadies. There was the Fuse channel was shooting like a documentary at the time, and I told that story, and then they didn't air it because I was underage. But I literally had the people fucking of Fuse filming me talk about that.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Thanks, Fred.
You're welcome.
Glad I could take up so much time.
Got
on
some
your
of that in the
cast.
mouth, bro.
Charles, would you like a little bit?
Shoot him.
I don't think he has a choice.
Put it on the
Come
full
on.
auto.
Yep.
Aim for the face.
Do you want just semi? Or you want a little full auto action?
full auto?
Want a little
obviously.
burst? A little burst? Or want a little tap?
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't really hurt. Like
me a tap.
barely.
Little tap.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You can probably go out of. Yeah.
It kind of.
I think maybe a little closer would hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The audio is gonna be trash. I apologize.
Stamina, I will never ever be. Ticket to the demons, I'll never be.
You're putting your hand right over where Charlie's face is, and I was
Go for it. Oh, he hit my hand. You're good.
Yeah, I'm an expert marksman. I actually, this is a total yeehaw moment for me. But my family is like a very outdoorsy family. Mm-hmm. We hunt and we fish and all that, and so we have hunting names. Yeah, so mine's Sniper Stewart.
Sniper Stewart.
Sniper Stewart.
Because you're such a dead shot.
Yeah. My so we would go out to Eastern Oregon to go shoot these little fucking things called ground squirrels. Like they're little guys. They almost mongoose up, and they'll sit up around the hole. And the reason you have to kill them, they're considered rodents, and they dig holes in the ground. Cattle steps in that, breaks his leg, you're out a couple thousands of dollars. You know, and it's easier just to spend the money on ammunition and fucking smoke these things, right? I went out there.
Well, they probably multiply really fast.
They multiply really fast, and I remember.
So they're invasive species.
They're very, very invasive, and I remember the first ever time because I learned, like, my uncle had taught me how to shoot and did all this stuff, and he goes, "All right, man, we're gonna go out there and go shoot these little things." And okay, and I'm sitting in my chair, and this thing pops up out of its fucking hole, and I hit it, boom, click, click, and fucking throw my action back, get it back in, and it it's dead, and I'm sitting there staring at it. I'm like, man, I just shot something that's, it's such a weird moment, but I'm giving back to the land in a different way. Like, an animal's going to eat that, and, like, that's going to recycle, and having this almost spiritual moment of, like, it's thankful for, to I can protect these other animals' lives, even if it means I have to take this one. And just having this moment staring at this dead ground squirrel, and this little hand comes out of the fucking hole and grabs onto its body and pulls it down to the hole.
Like a fucking crazy horror movie or something.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? So I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm watching come up and thrash around and shit and come back like a fucking scene from Jaws. Just terrifying. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck's happening? I'm sitting there staring at it. And this other ground squirrel pops its head out, and its face is just covered in blood. And I'm like, what the fuck? And my uncle comes over and he's like, oh yeah, you watch a ground squirrel need another ground squirrel? I was like, yeah. And that dog barking. And he was like, yeah, they're cannibalistic. They eat their dead. Because it's a natural thing that rodents do. They eat their dead to not get any predators nearby. And I was like, oh, so they're basically like zombies. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, then I don't feel bad. Just immediately started smoking them.
I've dreamt about killing zombies my whole life.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, it was a really weird experience. I was talking to good old John Wilkes Booth the other day, last night specifically.
Yeah.
And because he's gonna go hunting for blacktail, I guess. And I was telling him my hunting story. The first deer I ever got, I was super fucking sick. I had we'd got up really early in the morning, gone to my uncle's house. I was with my grandpa. And my uncle cooked me some eggs on a sandwich, and I guess they were fucking bad or something. So I got food poisoning. So every 15 minutes, I'd have to pull over, vomit on the side of the road. We'd go hike for fucking miles. I'd vomit, and it was just miserable. And I had a doe tag. This is hunting talk, but I had a doe tag, which is a female deer, and I had we were about to leave the hunting area. And it was blue skies, so not a fucking chance that a deer should be walking around. It's not usually a common thing. Usually they sleep. And I was kind of like, whatever. I feel like shit. I want to go home. And a fucking big-ass buck and a doe run across the road. And I'm like, oh, fuck yes. I get out, start fucking loading my gun real fast. And I almost got a shot off on that buck. It was a monster. And I fucking beat my uncle, man. By the time he was out of the truck, I was already about halfway through this section. And I was just fucking just running. Get up on this clear cut, get my rifle up, thing's gone. And I'm like, well, that was my shot, and it's gone, And so he's like, well, man, good hustle, good shit. And he was like, you're fast as fuck. We're just talking like this, talking nice and loud and whatever, just having a conversation. And we start walking back to the truck, and that fucking doe is just walking. And it's by about 50 yards, if that, 25 yards, walking away. And we're like, oh, so should we start stalking it? So I lose sight of it. And I put my hand over this bush, and I kind of cleared this bush over, and I'm probably about me to you away, which is probably less than, probably 5, maybe 4 feet away from a deer. And I'm on this incline. I'm on top of the incline. I got my rifle, And I kind of like, take my deep breath in. I get my rifle situated. I kind of come down to where the heart should be, so it's a clean shot. And I'm looking at it. And my uncle's like, "Are you gonna take it? Are you gonna take it?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna take it. Shut the fuck up!" Like, "I'm gonna shoot it. Shut the fuck up." We're having this. I'm like, "Shut your goddamn mouth!" Like, I'm trying to fucking do it. And he's like, keeps talking to me. And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to focus," And he keeps talking. "You can take it. You can take it." Boom! And I fucking shoot, and I go straight back because I'm on the incline, and I start eating shit. So I start going down the hill. So I grab my rifle and I point it to the fucking sky, and I'm on my back. And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I stand back up and I rack my rifle again, and it's gone. And I'm like, "I fucking missed. I was 4 feet away. How did I miss?" And I just hear like, ee, from just shooting. And my uncle is laughing, and I'm like, "What are you laughing about?" And he goes, "It did a fucking flip." I was so close. The deer went, woo, did a full like 360, like this, like up and over. And I was like, "Whoa, that was fucking crazy." What an experience. And the next words out of his mouth haunted me forever. He goes, "Good job. You shot Bambi's mom."
What's funny is,
and I was like, I don't want to be the bad guy.
I thought you were saying the next thing out of the deer's mouth, and I was like, it was speaking English.
Yeah. He goes, please.
What the fuck, man?
No, please. I'm not a deer, please. Dick Cheney, no. Dick Cheney, no. Please, Dick. And I was like, "Deers don't talk." And I put another round in his head. Yeah.
Plot twist: the deer was Dick Cheney.
Oh shit.
Damn.
I'm a little deer. Prancing around in the forest. I'm a little deer. Hope no big buck comes around and tries to fuck me. I'm a little deer. They were like, "Mr. Vice President, you got to come out of the forest. It's coloring time with Mr. Bush." I don't want to do coloring time right now. Yeah. I don't know, man. Hunting is weird.
I've never been hunting.
It's 99% of the time it's just being in the woods, and it's very peaceful, and it's very calm, and you feel in touch with nature. And the way I was always taught things is, you're taking this animal's life, and it's sacrifice of feeding you and your family, and it's a spiritual thing, and it's all that. And but then there's just sometimes when you go hunting, like for those ground squirrels, where it's just like, yee.
Yeah, no, I've done that.
Hell yeah, brother, we're about to go out there and fucking shoot them,
So in New Mexico, they're probably considered ground squirrels, but we call them prairie dogs. And like literally up on fucking, it was called the Napa, which is just flat land. So it's just like as flat as the eye can see.
The nappy?
The nappy. Yeah, not the Napa, the nappy. And fucking my homie's dad would take us out there because it was the same thing. They were really invasive species, and they also carried hella diseases. Like the bubonic plague is still alive in New Mexico, and those things carry it. And like it's on like the Navajo reservation, like that shit pops up every now and then. But literally, you go up, you drive out there, and then you just wait, and it's like morning time. And it looks like the fucking ground is moving, bro. Like there's thousands of them running.
Yeah.
So we just go, like he would take us out there with 22s, and we just like, just fucking. Yeah. Oh, I hit 10, whatever. Fucking, but.
They're crazy.
They're crazy.
It's like the same thing with there's a thing I really want to do. It's like because like especially in the South, feral hogs are a notorious problem.
Oh yeah.
Like they I think out of state licensing to hunt feral hogs is like $50, and there's no limit. It's kind of like a fishing license. You go, "I'm gonna hunt from this day to this day," and they're like, "Okay, $50," and then you go out there and you're like, "I'm in Texas. I got automatic weapons. I'm gonna go fucking rip an M4 or an AR-15 just full auto at like 60 goddamn hogs and see what happens." Have you seen the videos of them using like tannerite and shit?
Yeah. You showed me those videos at work.
Have you seen that shit?
No.
I don't know if we can show that on the pod. It's fucking gnarly.
Yeah, it's really gnarly.
They bait like they bait this style. They put like 100 pounds of tannerite, which is an explosive you use for like farms and stuff, usually for like stumps and whatnot. But they fucking they bait it and they shoot it and just fucking launches them like 80 feet in the air. It's crazy. But there's a place in Texas, and I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's you can find it on YouTube all the time. It's called helicopter hog hunting. Where they hook you into
That's the most Texas thing I've ever heard of.
Fucking dope. They get some dude sits in the middle and then you guys sit on the outsides. You're harnessed in, got headsets on, and you're fucking kitted with this AR-15 like M4 like
So it's
SBR
like
setup.
You're like Osama bin Laden hunting, but you're just
Dude,
hunting for hogs.
It's like SEAL Team .5, bro. You're fucking out there, but you're hunting hogs, and you come in, and you're like I don't know how, you're fucking low. You're like 50, 30, 40 feet off the ground, and you just like come up on a thing of hogs, and you're like, boom, 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 and you fucking just smoke them. And I was like, that'd be crazy. And then I find out you can do that shit at night, not in helicopters. You get into a fucking UTV, like those little like off-road vehicles, and you just drive into a swarm of hogs in the middle of the night, and you start shooting. The footage is online. It's incredible.
It's really gnarly. Yeah,
And like, well, some people might be upset, and they're like, "Oh, shooting animals." They're literally so invasive, and they destroy millions of dollars worth of stuff.
yeah.
They're not even. If they were like a native species, and they were like, they just kind of live in these areas, and then that's what they do. Fucking leave them alone. They're fine.
Yeah.
Unless like, because hogs don't even like, as far as I know, you can't really eat them either.
I was gonna ask that if like I know they're related to pigs, so it was like
I think
pork.
it's like too tough or something like that. I can't remember what the issue is.
That tough pork.
That tough pork on a long pig.
Charlie's
And,
got some tough pork.
I'll show you some tough pork.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking. It's wild, man. This shit's like just insane. Would you ever like, speaking of like outdoorsy shit? You ever seen that show like River Monsters?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Would you guys ever go
Jeremy
do?
Wade, baby.
Yeah, Jeremy Wade. Would you guys ever do like river monsters? Like
Fuck yeah.
go like fish like a giant monster.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
For that shit.
Josh, would you do noodling? You know what noodling is?
Is that when you like do that thing where you like put bait on your arm and the fish like eats your arm or
You
whatever?
don't put bait.
Yeah. you fucking
You ever fished a catfish before?
That's what I was. Yeah.
literally. Yeah, you were.
There's no way in hell I would ever do that. That sounds
What are you
horrible.
talking about?
I couldn't do it either.
I could do it.
I couldn't do it because like I love fishing, and I'll be in a fucking like I've swam in a river where I know there's no like predator fish or whatever, like there might be a few sex offender ones, but there's none that will hurt you physically.
Just emotionally.
just mentally and emotionally.
You catch a fish and he's like pretty strong for your age.
Yeah,
And you're like,
and I was a
"Ugh."
kid at the time too, and that fish, it got really close to my asshole.
Yeah, you catch
So
the fish
that's how
and
I
he's
do it.
like, hey buddy, nice catch.
Yeah,
And you're like, don't fucking, where'd you get that hand from?
but yeah, like so I'll be like swimming in there, and just the feeling like just of like you don't know specifically what it is. And I'd be like, and I'll feel a fish rub up against my leg, and I'm like, oh my fucking god! Sorry.
Spills your beer everywhere.
I just
Well, just like an average 12-year-old, he has his beer.
yeah. But like would scare the fuck out of me. So like when I go fishing, I don't like really, or when I go swimming, I don't like really swimming in the ocean because I know there's some fucking dangerous shit.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
And just the feeling of like not knowing what's around you kind of gets to me.
Yeah.
And so if I was noodling, there's no fucking way I'm sticking my hand in a dark fucking hole that I can't see, I mean,
Yeah, I mean the yeah, that should be fucking terrifying. I remember I was up, I want to say it's the Cowlitz River, I want to say. It was up near Longview, and I was with my uncle, or my great uncle, my grandfather, and they're getting smelt fish, like these little fucking guys, little tiny little fish that you bait and use for sturgeon, which are obviously larger fish. And you're basically like wading like chest deep with a net, and you're netting. There's like millions of these fucking guys coming through. So you net them, put them in a thing, then you freeze them and you use them for whatever. And there was a seal that was popping up, and it would like eat the fish and like fucking fuck off and go do whatever. And people were getting tired of it, so like people were throwing rocks at it, trying to scare it to get it out of there, because it's like, fuck off, man, we're trying to get fish, And I just remember,
To be fair, I think it was too.
Yeah, well, yeah. To be fair, but I just remember I was like waiting, and I was like putting a fish in the bucket, and then I look over, and I'm like a couple feet away from this seal who's just staring at me, and we're just making eye contact, and all of a sudden my uncle just goes bonk with his net, and it was the most cartoony thing ever, with like the net like goes over its head, and it just like. Like dives in the water,
bro,
and then like goes up on the other shore and starts screaming at us, and like, oh fuck you, bud.
They're They're in the rivers here in like Oregon too, all over the fucking place.
Oh, yeah.
I go fishing for salmon. One time I was fucking fishing, and it was like Springer season, which is when all the spring salmon run.
Yeah.
And so I'm on the bank and I'm plunking in the river, and there's like fucking like 200 boats that I could see like within the little area that I could see, and they're all salmon fishing. It's a big fucking thing that happens. But anyway, there was this fucking boat that was right in front of me. I'm talking, I can cast and hit it like easily right in front of me. But they were drifting down, and one guy got a salmon on, and it was a big fucking Chinook salmon. And like he's like reeling it in, he's fighting it, whatever, and then you hear the other boaters, they're like, sea lion's coming, and he's like, fuck, trying to reel it. The guy goes to net the fish the first time. Fish comes out, big fucking fish, misses the net, and then like gets it back, and he goes to net it again. The fish comes out of the water, and it was like a fucking almost slow motion, bro. You see the fish and then a sea lion like Jaws, like hop out of the fucking water and just take it, and it broke his fishing rod, and he was so mad. He was like, fucking bitch, and throws it down, and like it was pretty awesome to see. But those fishermen get mad if you don't throw rocks at the sea lions there, because they're like, fuck these fucking things.
Yeah, the sea lions are weird. Like I've crabbed out like in the Port of Waco area, which is like right on the edge of the Columbia River near the ocean.
Yeah.
And I remember because like you throw out, I want to say you throw out females and anything under a certain amount of size, right? And so like we're getting a bunch of little small ones. So I'm kind of throw them in the water, go up to our next ring, pull it up, good, bad, small, fucking throwing it, and we're doing that, and I'm throwing them. I'm hearing like nothing. I'm like, why the fuck am I not hearing anything? And I turn around, and there's just a fucking like 4 sea lions just catching crabs as I'm, and I was just like, hey, get the fuck out of here, you little fucker.
Yeah, they actually like killed a bunch of them a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. They were going up and down the Columbia right there, and they were just smoking them.
Because they're depleting the sand. Because the sea lions aren't obviously not from here. They're from the ocean. They swim the ones that are here in particular swim all the way here from California.
Yeah.
And
a bunch of Californian sea lions, you know.
Yeah, so they haven't always
it's
been
so
here.
cold here. I don't know how to drive in the rain.
Grab my umbrella.
Yeah, fucking wearing their fucking North Face jackets and shit.
Yeah, fuck you, sea lions.
Yeah, hey, fuck you, sea lions.
But so they come up here and they deplete the salmon runs, the steelhead runs and shit, and like they at first thought it was like the salmon runs were depleting because of overfishing, which is why they have really strict fishing laws here, but it was because of the fucking sea lions. So they tried to like take them back to California, and they still find their fucking way back.
And take them back to California.
They did, bro. They did. They relocated them back to where they came from, and they fucking swam back here because there's no predators here for them.
All right, you guys, we're just sick and tired of you guys being here. We got you guys bus tickets on the Greyhound to Long Beach. I don't really know what to tell you. Like no balancing on balls and doing fun little tricks. Oh, you're gonna hide? You're gonna hide? Okay. No, I still see you. Okay. Okay, Flippy, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
You have no green card. You go home.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're weird little creatures. They're so loud.
Yeah.
So loud all the time.
They're mean.
They're super fucking mean.
They're hella mean.
Yeah.
When you see them catch a fish, it's like they like don't eat the meat. They fucking they're hella mean. They play with the fish. They'll fucking toss it up in the air, then they'll slap it on the fucking water, like.
Well, yeah, I guess it's a lot better than what dolphins do.
Isn't it orcas that like they'll find seals or otters or whatever and like tail wipe the fuck out of them and launch them into the air?
Yeah, they'll launch them in the fucking air.
I love watching videos of sea lions getting fucking murked by orcas, bro.
It's crazy. And then like dolphins and shit, they'll use fish to like jack off, and they'll some of them have been observed to grab like puffer fish. It gets stung by puffer fish on purpose, so then get really high. And then they'll chew on a little bit so they can get really high, and they pass it off to their buddy, and their buddy can get really high, and they'll just keep doing that until it runs out of like toxins.
Yeah,
and then we'll just leave it.
If reincarnation is real, I want to come back as a dolphin.
Yes, that'd be fucking
100%, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I want to come back as I don't think I want to come back as anything in the water. more than I think about it. Because
Orca?
No, just not anything. Because most animals like that breathe oxygen and then live in the water, when they get too old, this is really sad. When they get too old, they stop being able to swim as well, and the reason they die is because they fucking drown.
Damn.
That's how like whales and shit die. Whales whales will get so tired, and they'll just basically die from exhaustion, and then they'll just sink, and then they'll just fucking drown. And then the reason they float to the surface is because they decompose, and then they wind up on beaches, and then we detonate with them with TNT. And
well, there's one currently, right? Beach
No, there
in
was
Oregon,
like
right?
4.
Well, there's one like on like Cannon
One on
Beach, right?
Yeah.
It's like near Seaside, more near Seaside.
Is it?
Yeah.
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 It happens, man.
We should go do a pod next to that.
Yeah.
We should. We should try and make a whale like. We should like poke a whale's belly. I want to be the guy that like
That makes it blow up.
Yeah.
I have some TikToks that I'll have to, I don't know if we're gonna be able to show it on this podcast episode, but I have some TikToks that are very similar to that, of shit like that are just wild. But yeah, man, I've actually like been next to like a whale like that that's been dead on the beach, and it was a calf.
Does it smell crazy?
I'm sure that smells foul.
It was fucking
not
disgusting.
want
I mean, it was a calf, so it was a little baby, and it died from whatever. But
Terrorist.
yeah, Dick Cheney. Yeah, yeah. The whale was like,
Ate too many spy drones.
well, yeah, yeah. Then the whale just kept going like, oh, Dick Cheney, oh, Dick Cheney.
Well, haven't you ever seen that show Whale Wars? They
Yeah,
like get on the boat finally, and they find out it's just Dick Cheney on the fucking.
What are you doing? I'm dressed like a whale. Oh my god.
Fuck are you whale? Fuck are you dolphin?
Yeah, they but yeah, no, I've been like next to one of those. Actually, one of the last times, not the last time, but one time I went to the beach, there was actually like a dead like calf there. We saw it and it was crazy. But it was like a couple of years ago, and stuff from the Japanese tsunami that happened years ago.
The Boxing Day tsunami? Is that the one?
Yeah, the big ass one that came through Japan and fucking just was a monster.
I think the Boxing Day was like, I don't know if it was in Japan. I think that might have been like Indonesia or wherever the fuck.
Yeah, I think it's Indonesia. I'm talking about the one that was in Japan,
Yeah.
like the
I
big
know what you're
ass
talking
one.
about. I've
And
watched a lot of videos.
I watched that shit live. Shit was crazy. But there was a piece of a dock that washed up.
Ooh, and we were on it,
Yeah, man.
and we were filming a podcast.
Called the
You
dock.
fucking rode out the tsunami, bud.
Yeah, oh fuck yeah, bud. Yeah, it was crazy though. It was like just a straight up a piece of a dock, and there's all those like barnacles and shit on, but it was all in Japanese, like like lettering and shit on the sides, and it was like, whoa, man, that shit came from fucking way over there.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And so we just pushed it back in the ocean where it belongs,
Yeah.
And we
with
dumped
all
all
the
we dumped all of our
radiation from Fukushima.
well, then we dumped all of our trash, whatever, just whatever.
Yeah.
Pissed in it.
We went and found fucking turtles and shoved straws in their nose.
Well, I mean, that's the one thing that people don't think about is when people, take these straws out of turtles' noses is, how else are they going to do coke? I just don't.
yeah. They don't have the hands.
Like, you're just like taking the little
They
pliers.
don't have money.
It's like that video where they're taking the pliers and they pull that big straw out of the turtle's nose. Like, there you go, little guy. And he's like, I'm trying to fucking party. They're like, Jesus, man.
How am I going to take this coke that I got from the dolphins?
I want to see a fucking sea turtle that goes one step farther and has like a fucking crack pipe shoved into his nose.
Yeah, that's Shelly. We don't talk to her anymore. She just, she went off the wagon, man. It's like, what happened? Well, she swam down next to Florida, and it was all over from there.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll suck her dick for 5 shells. They're like, okay. No beak.
You got to take the straw out first.
Jesus, man. But Josh, you have any fun like tour stories? Do you have any crazy stories about drinking or nonsense or dangerous shit you've done? Or
I mean, there's some tour shit that was like funny at the time, but I feel like it doesn't really make a great story. Like, like our first or second tour, we stopped through like I forget what city it is. It's in California. It's like a complete shithole of a city.
All of them?
Well, no, like this one specifically. Like
Sacramento.
Reading, Oakland.
It would be like
Small town,
Fresno,
no, we're getting close.
Bakersfield,
It's more north.
Modesto,
Not Modesto.
Ukiah.
San Bernardino.
No,
Ventura.
it's not a big town. It's not like Santa Bernardino. Whatever. Like I forget where it was, but like
Yeah.
we go there and like we thought this would be a good place to like kind of chill for a little bit because like we got time before our next show. Whatever. Like it's not till tomorrow and it's like 4 p.m. or something. So we're like, let's just find a place to park and chill for a little bit. We pull up to this town. And it's like a total shithole. We're like, wow, like it looks like this whole town is just run by crackheads. Like,
Yeah.
they have like a river going through the middle of it, and we go and look in the river, and there's like shopping carts everywhere, and we're like, what the fuck?
Home sweet home. Yeah.
But then, like for the rest of the tour, like that town kept getting mentioned by people who weren't us. Like, we went to Reno, and someone's like, yeah, we played a show in this random town in California, and it was like the biggest fucking crack house we've ever seen in our
oh my
life.
God.
And we're like, where was it? And they're like, yeah, it was that town. And we're like, we fucking stopped there on the way here. Like, holy shit.
That's awesome. I mean, it's like when I was in high school, we had a meth lab blow up across the street. That was really cool.
Across the street from your high school?
Yeah. Yeah, there was
Shit.
there was this like sketchy ass house cuz like our high school was really weird where like our buses didn't like leave from the high school and then like go take everybody home. They would leave from the high school, go to the middle school, and then everybody would load in from the middle school to high school and then everybody would go home. It was some weird
Did your elementary school or high school and middle school, did they get out at the same time?
They were like a few minutes apart. That way it was like streamlined. But yeah, it was
I
weird.
feel like for me, it was like 2 or 3 hours apart.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. I don't know why they did that. I also lived on a farm, so I mean, it might have just been us.
He was
but
the only kid in all
Yeah.
the grades.
Yeah, where we're from.
All the schools were just for you.
it was just this panning shot of like the fat little pudgy kid, and like the nerd little kid, screw girl, and then like the kid with a spinny hat, and then me with the same spinny hat, wearing the same shirt, like same Minecraft shirt, the same size. I can't wait to go home and play Minecraft. But yeah, we had this like weird little sketchy house that was like kind of near our school, and we heard this massive fucking explosion, and we're like, oh, like what the fuck was that? And then you had to go to lockdown, and they were like, I was like, it's probably just a shooting. That's fine, you know.
That's fine, normal.
This shit happens all the time.
That school's a whole thing, but yeah, but apparently that meth lab just fucking went, just simply just went.
That was here in Oregon?
It was in Washington,
Washington.
Yeah, it was right next to Prairie High School. Check us out.
Yeah. That,
Check us out.
Check us out. Home of the Falcons.
I mean, back where we're from, everybody who was anybody had a meth lab in their
Yeah.
house.
Oh, you guys don't have a meth lab in your house? I didn't know you were poor. Flicking the hair.
I mean, most
but-
people there, it's like they got a meth lab and they're poor.
Yeah.
In
Both.
Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they have the meth lab, is because they can't afford to buy the meth.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like growing your own weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also legal there. You could have up to 4 beakers of meth.
Oh, that's.
Beakers.
I don't know what a beaker is, but I can figure. Is that motherfucker from Sesame Street? That little guy?
No, he's from the Muppets. He goes, me, 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 me.
Whatever. Sesame Street, the Muppet. I don't give a fuck.
It's Henson.
I'm too high on meth to figure it out. Now,
I do remember the first time actually on tour, we played in Vegas. We got there a day before the show, so we were killing time. I think we went to Fremont Street, and you could legally drink while walking along
Oh, yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
So like no concealed like drinking, whatever. So our bassist Drew, he had a bottle of vodka in the van and like a 2-liter Sprite. There was like maybe like an inch or two of Sprite at the bottom, and he's like, "Fuck it," and he poured the entire rest of the vodka in the Sprite bottle.
oh, sounds like something Drew would do.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then he was just chugging pretty much straight vodka while walking up and down Fremont Street.
Yeah.
At some point, I think we lost him, and like he wasn't answering his phone because he was like just too shit-faced to check it. We're like, "Where the fuck is Drew?" Eventually, we found him, and I think like I'm kind of a dick, so I kicked him in the nuts. Fell over and just randomly like fell into some random guy who was passing by who looked like he wanted to fight him afterwards.
Oh my God. Yeah, someone keeps cutting shit out there.
What
I can hear
venue
it.
did you play in Vegas?
We played 2. The first time was some shithole, like, divey biker bar.
Is it the Double Down?
No, that I don't know what the Double Down is, but it's probably nicer than this place I'm talking about. The second time we technically played in Henderson.
Oh, nice.
It was the Eagles Area Hall.
Oh, nice. I
played
grew
with
up
Charles
kind of
used to
in
live in-
Henderson.
Yeah, that area.
That show was actually sick. The one at
Yeah.
the Eagle Hall, because that was the promoter's name was the Jew King, and he just puts on
Marty.
the most
That's me.
puts on
I
the
booked
most
that show.
insane shows ever. Like we were playing, and like some dude ran across the audience and like threw himself like a dart into the people on the other side, and it was wild. So
I have a good Vegas story. My best friend, I actually told this story at his wedding. My best friend, when he turned 21 years old, it was after he came back from his deployment, and he got injured on deployment. And once he was feeling up to it, we took him out for his 21st. I flew him out to Vegas. We just me and him, the boys, go out there and go fucking party. And the first 3 days were pretty much uneventful, but like near like I think it was like our second day or something like that, we were fucking, of course, blackout drunk. And there was a lady that this before we were blackout drunk, we were walking past to go down the strip, and there was a transient woman, a homeless woman, who was she was white, but she was so tan and baked from the sun, she looked like she was entirely made out of beef jerky.
yeah.
Like
dried
the grandma from Something About Mary.
Yeah, dude. I was like, and I like leaned over and I was like, Hunter. He's like, well, I'm like, beef jerky lady. And then we're like, you know, like, it's so funny because you look like beef jerky. And
Iggy Pop.
yeah, but we're like, she looks like she's beef jerky. And then, of course, that night we got fucking blackout drunk like we did every single night we were there. And we bought some water bottles and shit for the next morning. And I was like, dude, where the fuck is our hotel? Because we're like, when you get like drunk blind, you know, where you're like, I know where I'm at, but I don't know where I'm at. You know, I know I'm in a state. You know? And I was like, dude, where are we? And I go, look, beef jerky lady. And that was our marker. She hadn't left in the fucking like 15 hours we were gone. She had stayed in the
still baking in the sun
Yeah,
as beef jerky does.
yeah, like just sitting in the same spot. And I
Should have gave her your water.
We
bro.
did. I walked up and I was like, "Thank you so much," and I gave her some water, and she's like, "What?" And then we just kept walking. We gave her fucking.
She's like the North Star of Vegas.
Yeah, dude. I was like, beef jerky lady guides us home, like she knows. And actually, the last time I went to Vegas, I like took photos of the exact section and I sent it to my buddy. I'm like, she used to be here, but now she's not. Like, where is she gone? Like, where is our beef jerky lady? But
What if she just like cut off parts of her skin and just sold it to people?
would you like to buy some jerky? I'll try it. Actually, remind me. That reminds me. I have a question for you regarding that.
That is crazy.
I have a question regarding that. So, but anyway, we the night before we were supposed to leave, we had gone down to the Taco Bell Cantina. You know, the famous cantina.
fuck yeah.
The famous Taco Bell?
Yeah, Taco Bell Cantina. It's on the Strip. They serve alcohol. They serve like Baja Blast freezes with alcohol
okay.
and shit.
Okay.
But the
And-
freezes
So it's
come in like a
literally-
cup that's like this big.
It's literally like a Taco Bell?
Yeah, it's literally a Taco
Oh,
Bell.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's a Taco Bell. Yes. Yes, Marty. Good job, Marty.
Yeah, yeah.
Take some notes. So we
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
we had gone in there and there were some guys sitting next to us and we started just making casual conversation like, oh, where you guys from? Like, I'm from Portland. Like, he's from like up north in Washington. And they're like, oh, we're from Portland. And I was like, oh, sick. So we just sit together, we start bullshitting and like, how you guys have been here? Oh, we've been here for the past like 4 days, 5 days, whatever. And like, yeah, we're flying home here in a couple hours, but we bought this entire bottle of Kraken spice rum and we didn't open it. And like it's like do you guys just want it? And we're like, fuck yeah, why not, man? Like, fuck yeah, Portland, what's up? You know? Yes.
Wait, they gave it to you or you gave it to them?
They gave it to us.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" Just gave us the whole thing, and I think we took pictures for the Instagram, and I think I got too fucked up to post them. I don't remember, but we took photos, and we're like, "Portland, what's up?" Like fuck represent. And we go back to our hotel, and we had a bunch of Coca-Cola and stuff, and
cocaine.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say Coke, but I was like, it can mean two things in Vegas.
Have to be specific.
Yeah, have to be very specific. And we had I had like mixed a little bit, and he was like, "I'm gonna go gamble," and I was like, "Fuck, I'll go down there and gamble with you a little bit." And we fucking killed those, and so I was fucked up, and I was like, "All right, man, I'm a really very particular traveler where I'm like, I want to go to bed at a certain time on the night end, that way the next morning I'm not dying. We had to go fly out." And he goes, "Yeah, I think I'm going to stay up a little bit, and, I'll probably just drink a little bit more, probably gamble a little bit, and then I'll come up, and then I'll be good to go." And then goes, "But I'll be here around 4 a.m. when we need to leave, go wake up and all that." I was like, "Okay." So I go to bed. What I didn't know is that he cleared the rest of that bottle of Kraken, went down to the blackjack tables, hung out with old ladies, and then they were like, "Oh, you're so healthy. You're just remind me of my grandson." And they bought him fucking drinks, so he's getting more fucked up. And he didn't go to bed.
Did he fucking old lady?
I don't think so. He might have. He said, "I'll give you a gum job."
I mean, when in Rome, right?
Yeah, when in Rome. But it was really funny because it wasn't funny at the time because I was pissed. But it's funny now. I was asleep. And it was like a scene from a horror movie where I wake up to and like a fucking hand grabbing my ankle, and I open my eyes and there's just a hand on the other, proceeding on the other side of the bed where I can't see at the end.
How fucking scary would it be if it was the beef jerky lady? Would you have been terrified?
Yeah, I fucked the beef jerky lady. Yeah, but I was like, oh shit. I was like, what the fuck? And he just kind of comes up over the top of the bed, and he's It's 4 a.m. He's sweating and just beady eyed, and he's like, "Hey," and I go, "Did you go to bed?" And he goes, "No." And I go, "Are you really fucked up right now?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, pack your shit. Let's go. Let's fucking grab our shit." So we grab our shit, and he's just like, he's hammered, can barely stand, hammered. And I'm like, "Oh no, we have to get on a plane, and they're gonna fucking refuse him, and I'm gonna have to stay with him, and it's gonna be a whole fucking thing." And God fucking damn it. And I'm just like, okay, maybe he can sober up. And we're waiting in line at the Uber, and he's going he's trying
to tickle you,
just trying to twist my nips and shit. And I was like, "I'm gonna bash your fucking head in. I'm gonna bash your fucking skull, and I'm gonna show you your brains if you don't stop." And he's just like, "Nah." I'm like, just fucking push him over, and he fell over his suitcase and shit. I'm just like, "I'm sick of it. I'm pissed off. You're pissing me off. Get the fuck out of my face." Oh, but before that, we had to go check out, and I was like, "You gotta fucking figure your shit out so they can get your shit back, because I don't want to have to fucking fly back to Vegas because you forgot something." And he's like, "I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine. And then he walks up to the counter. He's like, "Hey, thanks so much for the stay. Thank you so much for the up." He's got an upgrade for his hotel. It's the hotel. Mm-hmm. It's a whole different story, but get an upgrade. And he was just like, "I really appreciate you guys. You guys been really phenomenal and all that stuff. And I'll definitely be back." And just a very nice, pleasant conversation. Completely stonewalled. And he turns around, and he goes, and I'm like, "Oh my fucking God." And then we go out to the Uber section. That's when he's like, I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here." And I get in the Uber, and I'm pissed. I'm like, "Fucking God damn it." And he goes, "I'm gonna drink on the plane." I'm going, "You're gonna fucking shut the fuck up, or you're gonna sleep on that goddamn plane." That's what you're gonna do. I'm sick of your bullshit. It's 4 in the goddamn morning, and I'm pissed off. It's not the way to start. And we get to TSA, and or we get to the check-in counter. Again, Stonewalls. He's like, "Here's my ID," and all that, good to go. And they were waiting in line for TSA. And he goes, "I'm so fucking drunk." And I'm like, "Yeah, no shit." And we're just waiting. We get through, and I go through before him. He goes through after me and gets through fine. And I get my shoes on, and I'm like, just like, what the fuck is taking so long? And I look over and he's like bending over and he's like trying to tie his shoes with like one hand, and this is not because he's trying to balance his other hand on the ground. Like it's just not happening. And all of TSA is just looking at him and laughing. And then we get to our gate and we have to like
They
wait.
probably see that shit all the time.
Oh, for fucking sure. And they're just like, we're waiting to fucking board. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to drink on the plane again. I'm like, no, the fuck you're not. And he goes, because there's slot machines inside the Vegas airport. And he goes, oh, I'm going to go gamble. I'm going to go gamble. And he fucking takes off in a sprint just down the fucking terminal of the airport. There's slot machines that were like 10 feet away. But like just starts running. And then he runs back and he goes, all of them are broken. And then he just sat there and he was just like,
Were the ones right next to you also broken?
yeah.
It would be better if they weren't.
Yeah. But I was just like, when I told that story to his wife, I was like, let me tell you a story about your time your husband was a psychopath.
Dude, I fucking I flew pretty fucked up once, like probably like on that level. I was flying from Dallas to fucking Albuquerque, and I was at my cousin's wedding, and then it was like the day before, and they had all the leftover liquor from the wedding. There was like a fucking handle of tequila, and I drank so fucking much that I get through security and everything. I'm with like my mom and shit. This was a long time ago. But I just played tired, but I wasn't being belligerent or anything. And dude, I fucking, as soon as I sat down in the plane, because it was a flight that left at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
As soon as I sat down, we literally like I fell asleep and I fucking woke up to us like, and it was us hitting the runway in Albuquerque. Like I had fast traveled like a video game. It was like GTA. Like there was like a quick load screen and then I just fucking landed.
I've done that.
And I remember thinking, I was like, dude, I want to do that every fucking time because that was fucking rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it was that right level of drunk. Like
Yeah.
it was like a shitload of tequila. But then I threw up halfway home on Ronnie's.
Oh, I bet. That's the way to go.
And then I had tequila throw up.
I have to say this just before I forget it, so it's on camera. But we should make a horror movie about the beef jerky lady. And so imagine like your friend Hunter coming
lady.
back, and it was the beef jerky lady that grabbed you, and she's like a horror lady, whatever. Fucking
A whore?
she's a whore. She's a whore. Yeah, she is a whore. And
She was a nice lady.
and you gave her some water, and then that's when she zoned in on you. She followed you back to your hotel, and then your friend, your friend Hunter, your friend Hunter gets back, grabs you, and you're all fucking dried out, like, you know, all dead, and
You're
she's
all
like standing in the
jerky-fied.
corner, and she's like hella fucking hydrated, like normal. She just like hunts people, like
Yeah.
hunts unexpected boys down in Las Vegas, and just like every time she gets dried out, she has to go like,
Dry someone else out.
yeah.
They call it getting jerked off.
Coming this summer from the director of The Conjuring, executive producer from The Shining, comes Beef Jerky Lady. I just gave her a bottle of water. What's the worst that could happen? I'm gonna suck ya.
You're about to get jerked, boy.
Sunglasses come down. About to get jerked. Yeah. Oh man.
Jesus.
Yeah. One thing I was gonna say before I forgot was the you're talking about eating human flesh. There was a study that was done by a Canadian, I want to say it was a Canadian university, where they were taking like animal DNA and basically making steaks out of it, like via like a process, right? Like making actual steaks, and they found that they could replicate human like meat essentially and muscles out of the same way. And which could like later lead to like making organs and hearts and things like that out of someone else's the DNA. That way that someone can get a transplant, things like that. But their whole thing was, we can make steaks out of your own DNA. So my question to the class is, would you eat a steak that was made out of yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen me, but I'm pretty fucking voluptuous, bro. I think this steak would taste great.
I
Josh?
feel like I would have to try it.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's really funny is I asked this very same question on a Haunts, Graves, and Omens episode when we did our fucking live streams when we first started to my other co-hosts, and they said no. And I was like, "You're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
When are you ever gonna get a chance to eat yourself again, like that? Like in that sense, you know, like be
No,
like,
100%.
here's a steak that is literally you.
Yeah.
Eat this.
And
Like-
I would be like, you didn't put any seasoning on this?
Yeah.
It's like garlic
Oh, so-
butter and mayonnaise.
It had enough seasoning in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's really
The
fun?
steak is well seasoned.
I actually had a girl I went to high school with who had like auto cannibalism syndrome too, who used to eat
Eat
herself.
yourself?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
metal
Wait,
as
like,
fuck.
what do you mean?
Like bite chunks out of herself and eat herself.
Like, just straight out of her arm?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that actually happened like during school. You know, one time it was gnarly.
Was she a black metal fan?
I thought you were about to get racist right there.
Listen to some Watain.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Marty. Just you.
Yeah,
Three-
no, he's
hey,
been the one-
remember 3.4% Jewish.
Yes.
So, but no,
Also,
I remember she had like was biting a chunk out of her arm and actually got it out, and then like security tackled her, but she fucking ate it, man. She came back and like a skin graft and shit, but her arms were like fucked up. There was a bunch of like cuts and like teeth marks and like chunks that were very clearly missing, like dents. Yeah, it was crazy.
Was she
Damn.
cool though?
Yeah, she sucked dick really good. I'm just kidding. Just
Or
kidding.
are you?
Sure, her dick sucking skills are horrible.
A lot of teeth. No. That was just a fun little meme. No. Yeah, but no, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, I think I would have a little steak of myself. I think that'd be good.
What do you think you would taste like?
That's a good question. Man, let me think about that. Let me come back to me. Come back to me.
What do you think you would taste like, Josh?
I couldn't even venture a guess.
Would it be lean?
Lean. I don't. Yeah.
Be like really chewy and
Chewy. Yeah, that sounds right. Chewy, lean. I don't know.
what about you, Charles?
I mean, we're supposed to taste like pork. Like if you smell burning flesh, it smells like pork.
Yeah, that's true.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I think I would probably taste like a top sirloin that was left in a car. You know,
Yeah.
where you're like, this is not for human consumption, but I'm gonna eat it anyway.
I think I'd be fucking Wagyu, baby.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's because you're Asian.
Yeah.
Got that perfect marbling.
Stop coughing. It's a fucking audio podcast.
Sorry, I tried to
Jesus.
turn that way.
Yeah.
I tried to turn that way.
God, man.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't
Fuck
help it.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking amateur!
We just all certain shit on him.
I'm not even
Where's
supposed
the
to be
fucking
talking
gun?
on this
Where's the
shit.
gel blaster?
I've had enough of your bullshit.
Get Marty with that. Get
Full
him.
auto me. Full auto me, daddy.
I'm not gonna full auto you.
Full auto.
I don't want.
He's asking.
I
He's
can.
literally asking.
I
for
can.
it.
Full auto me, daddy.
Move your tattoo. I don't want to hit your tattoo.
Or aim specifically for the tattoo.
Ah, that hit my can. I have to drink that.
Yeah.
Okay, that does sting for right there, bro. That's a
Gushing.
good little sting. Give me like a good 2 seconds of full auto.
2 seconds?
Yeah, like 1, 2.
Are you sure?
Ready?
Yeah.
1,
Okay.
2.
That was 1 second.
You want more than that?
Give me another second. Oh, okay, that was pretty good.
Well, you're fucking out of your mind. So the reason that we have these or have this is we're gonna be doing. I don't know. It's
The
on,
reason we have this.
it's on. Listen, the finger's not on the trigger. It's off. Okay. The reason that we have this is we're gonna be doing a thing on one of these next. Are you okay? We're
Yeah,
gonna have,
no,
we're,
I'm
we're
good.
gonna
It's
have
a
a
little
thing
itchy.
on this one of these next episodes where we're gonna play a game that Charles is gonna most likely control, and we're gonna have a shooter for the gel blaster. And when
It's going to
we
be Chato.
yeah, whenever we get an answer wrong, we're gonna get gel blasted.
Like trivia, whoever answers
Yeah, but
wrong
we
have
have
to
gets
be
fucked up.
shirtless. Shirtless.
Dude, shirtless.
No, 100%, bro.
I think I agree with him here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Come on, I'll do
Well,
it.
I don't. Oh man. I don't. I don't. Don't fucking laugh at me.
I think I should control the gun.
No, Chato has to control the gun, bro.
I feel like it's that scene that's It's Always Sunny where Charles is like, I think I should have a gun. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think so, Frank. I think hold on to it for a little while.
Do you think I should shoot Chato with that?
Yeah.
You think you'll enjoy it?
I think we need another one where if we when Chato can shoot us with it, and then if Chato says something or gets something fucked up, you can shoot him with it.
Yeah. We'll get another one. Little
Yeah.
pocket.
It's like, oh man, yeah.
Well,
there's
there's
garbage can?
thunder going on outside.
Some
There's
thunder.
a lot of crazy weather happening right now.
Josh, would you like some? Would you like some, Josh?
Not too
Sure.
You
Let's
don't- you
just
don't-
do one.
You don't have to.
No full auto. Just
You
one.
don't have to, Josh. Okay, I want to preference.
Just
that.
I'm gonna cover the.
I'm not gonna
goods.
shoot you in the balls. I mean, I can.
No, let's not do that.
I'll let you shoot me in the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He said it. I think it has to be done now.
You just hang tight right there.
As we adjust everything.
But not full auto, though.
Full auto, 20 seconds.
Wait. Stand up. Well, you gotta get it. You gotta stand up.
Well, if I stand up, then
Well,
it's
take
just going to
the
hit my
mic-
pants.
But if
and
you
I'm not
sit
gonna
down,
feel
then
it.
you have that like tension on the pants.
That's what I'm saying.
There's not like a good
There,
angle.
yeah. There we
There
go.
we go.
Because if I stand up, then my pants are going to stretch and I won't be able to feel anything.
Well, at least
Got to
you look
really
good.
position yourself just right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared. I don't want to
This is
look. I
perfect.
don't
You
want to
do it?
Yeah, do it. Oh, that missed. Oh, goddamn. Fucking got me perfect. Oh, fuck.
I don't think the second
wish
one
we could
missed.
Slow-mo that. God, I love cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't hurt as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it fucking hurt.
Put your fucking hands up.
Ah.
I don't have to. You want to get shot?
No, shoot him in the balls.
Wait.
I don't want to shoot you in the balls. I was going to shoot you in the leg.
No, you got to tighten your pants.
Get
up
the
a little
close
bit.
up of his reaction.
I wonder if I can.
Where do you want it?
Here.
If right like that. Oh, there we go.
Where do you want it?
Perfect positioning of the microphone.
No, go full auto.
Go
Full auto.
And just to stop your sake, we'll cut to a wide. And I'll just go ahead.
Let me get you.
I could get you.
Yeah, let Josh get you.
Got
No,
himself.
let Josh get you.
He's
He's the guest here.
Get him in the
Shoot his
back.
ass crack. Shoot his ass crack. You got it the worst. You shot yourself point blank. In the
So I just thought of something that this podcast needs. Is I should bring my GoPro every once in a while, because then I could give him this footage
Yeah.
of these angles.
Fix the fucking cameras. Give that shit. My fucking
Mic dump.
mic down.
Ooh, some good old fun on the dock.
Oh, that hurts so bad.
Which one?
The one right in the nuts.
Yeah, that's fair. You were like point blank.
Yeah.
Oh, headphones even came undone.
Yeah, well, I undid him.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of The Doc. Jeez, what a chaotic end. Oh, God. It was so much closer.
Yeah.
When it's so much closer, it hurts so much more.
Yeah, it hurt me, but not like you. Like your balls were right here, and the gun was right here.
It's what I do. It's what I do for the
That's
doc.
what you get for killing those little fucking ground squirrels.
Yeah, they fucking deserve it. They were Taliban. But thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the doc.
Thanks for joining us today, Josh.
Yeah, Josh. Thanks, man.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for
Especially
shooting.
because it was like last minute. We had a different guest lined up originally who had canceled, but
Who was that?
I don't know his name. It was one of Fred's other friends.
Fuck you, Bill.
But like last second, he was able to like hit you up and you came through, so that's fucking awesome.
Hurt. Go ice my nuts. But be sure to follow us on the .com pod on Instagram and go follow us on the Doc Comedy Chaos, the Doc Comedy Podcast on Facebook. You can check me out on my socials at I Am the Haunted on Instagram. You can go check that shit out. You can check me on Twitch, twitch.tv/I Am the Haunted. Check my other podcasts. It'll be under the list of all the other Comedy Chaos podcasts. But Josh, give your shout outs.
Shout outs.
Give your socials.
Socials
Tell
is
your mom
Scream
thank
the
you.
Josh. That's mostly Instagram, Facebook. You can just find me, Josh Leslie, whatever. TikTok, Screams the Josh. That's pretty much it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes, and Senor Martin. Socials.
Martin.
Thanks for joining us at Goto Feather on Instagram. And check out our band, the MFA. That is the Motherfuckers of the Apocalypse on Instagram at the Motherfuckers of the Apocalypse.
It's just at Motherfuckers of the Apocalypse.
At Motherfuckers of the Apocalypse.
You can type in the MFA and it comes up.
Yeah. So give us a shout out there. Check out All My Friends Are Dicks.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, we'll do
Yeah.
that again.
Yeah.
Maybe this weekend.
Hopefully this weekend.
And you Senor Martin or Senor Charles. Go ahead and
Charles.
give your socials.
At Charlie CHARLEY. You son of a bitch. I knew I was getting shot.
Just continue. You're fine.
At Charlie Haggard. At Charlie CHARLEY HAGGARD. On Insta, check out my band GFL, Gas Food Lodging, and the MFA, and fucking the Super Nothings. Well, actually, when is this coming out?
Probably
Next week?
Yeah,
Yeah, February 11th. February 11th.
11th.
February.
Get it right.
February 11th. Come catch us. We're doing a show, kind of by DeHuey's and all that.
With GFL?
With
Fantastic.
GFL. It's a Valentine's Day party, and there's like 2 venues for the price of one.
Bring your loved ones.
King Ghidorah's playing.
Ooh, King Ghidorah. I
Yeah.
haven't seen them in a long time.
Yeah, you guys should come out and we can go get DeHuey and drink and listen to GFL.
Hell yeah. Sounds like a fantastic time. And we're going to end the episode like the same way we always do. Kind of.
Doc?
Yeah, kind of. But we're just going to kind of do a hand dock here. So just kind of get our hands in. Ready to get our hands in? Yeah. Yeah, get over here. Get over here. Come on. Get the hand. Yeah. Oh,
Just the single finger.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's nice. I like that.